Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well, looking after yourselves, and had a great weekend. See the best content in Raidshadowlegends is due in 17 hours and 21 minutes, so we all know what that means. Yes, damn. Wow, what can we do, hey? Anyway, let's get into today's video. It is another mythical champion showcase, trying to cover all the mythicals as possible and get all the content out as possible. So today we're going to cover GIZMAK or GIZMAK, the terrible, and see what you can do. So there is actually much content around him about him at the moment. He's just been released a sword base on first form, HP base on the second form. Damn, the second form hits insanely hard. So I've been looking forward to this one. I've faced him in live arena twice, and both times he has pretty much ruined me altogether. So what's this kit do then? So it attacks one enemy, increases the duration of each debuff HP burn placed on this target by 1 turn. If the target is not under HP burn by that, he will decrease the duration of 2 random debuffs on the enemy by 1 turn instead. This effect cannot be resisted. This attack is critical. If this attack is critical, sorry, then attacks all enemies who's not under HP burn debuffs set from the initial target, decreases the duration of all random debuffs on all enemies by 1 turn. This effect cannot be a turn. That is a lot going on in that kit, eh? That is a very long A1. Damn! For someone who does not like to read, that is a lot of reading. So anyway, attack all enemies before attacking, increases the duration of all HP debuffs on all enemies by 1 turn, then instantly activates any HP burns debuffs on all enemies on each enemy. This effect cannot be resisted if this critical rate, if champion's critical rate is 100% or higher. Okay, then finally increases the duration of each debuffs on all enemies by 1 turn, then places a 30% decreased speed on all enemies for 2 turns. This effect cannot be resisted. Damn, that is honestly, these two abilities are looking very good for Hydra, right? Then he places a increased critical damage, critical rate buff, and increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. Grants extra turn, super effective as well. And then before the start of each champion, this champion's turn, places HP burn on all enemies for 2 turns, occur once per turn. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion's critical rate is 100% or higher. Also before the start of the champion's turn, has a 50% chance of placing AoE, placing a HP burn debuff on all enemies by 1 turn. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion. So it's kind of a little bit interesting actually, because you've got a critical rate buff here of 70%, right? Like 30%. So you would build champions like this with 70%, but from what his kit is kind of suggesting, it's something a bit different, right? Then increases allies critical rate on all battles by 20%, so good aura as well. Let's take a look at the second form now. Damn, that skin looks absolutely magnificent. Magnificent. They've done a good job there for sure. Okay, so let's have a look. His HP base. His HP to base is 24,000, and he's got good speed of 101. So his aura hasn't changed. So attack one enemy. This champion's HP. If this champion's HP or their initial target HP is equivalent to or lower than 50%, attacks all enemies instead. So it's AoE, but very specifically increases the duration of 2 random debuffs on the target by 1 turn. If attacking all enemies, increases the duration of 2 random debuffs on all enemies by 1 turn. This effect cannot be resisted if this attack is critical. Basically trying to get you to build 100% critical rate, right, which kind of makes that extra turn a little bit pointless. Attacks all enemies before attacking, places a increased defense on all enemies for 2 turns. This Debuff cannot be effective if this target is under HP burn. Oh god. Places a extra hit on all enemies under HP burn debuff. Okay, places gets a extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. Damn, you can cycle through that crazily. Places a pain link. So if you guys don't know what a pain link is, he's the only champion in the game right now that places a pain link. But basically, it's what one of the heads put on you. I can't remember what one heads. I think it might be DK maybe or something like that. Basically, and it allows you to receive damage whilst you're under pain link. So he'll put this on one of the enemies, and then they'll receive damage all the time, even when the rest of the allies are being attacked, basically. This debuff cannot be removed, resisted, or blocked. When calculating the damage inflicted by the pain link debuff, 70% of the attacker's skill multipliers is reflected. The damage inflicted by the pain link will ignore 100% target defense. What? And then also places a taunt buff, a unkillable buff on his champion for 2 turns. Finally, places a 50% increase protection buff on all allies that set this champion for 2 turns. There's so much going on in this kit. So much. And then we have Burning Judgment. Will ignore 50% of the target defense by this champion's HP or the target's HP is equivalent or greater than 50%. This champion's HP of this target is 50%. Less than 50%, we'll ignore 25 of target defense instead. We'll also ignore block damage, shields when attacking under HP burn, inflicts 20% more damage to enemies not on. Oh wow, that's a hell of a passive. Oof. Okay, let's go take him in arena then. Right, okay, we are back. We're in arena. We're gonna go. We're gonna try and avoid sheep teams. I can see a couple of sheep teams already, so I'm gonna try and avoid sheep because I think sheep's just right now is completely broken. So we got Taurus Marishka, King versus Queen. 2 of the strongest duos in the game right now, obviously. So as you can see, all the HP burns gone down. HP burns gone on to UDK, so he's weak affinity, strong affinity to GIZMAK. And as you can see, it's been landed because it's placed, so obviously there's no weak hits there, which is super nice. And then we got someone Queen as well, so we get a low lockout. We actually get stripped there as well, which is actually pretty not too shabby. Now I'm not going to boost up because it's not really about trying to smash them with King Queen. I just want to smash like the warlords and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then so we have got one piece Stone Skin here, we've got one piece Savage. We're gonna see what this ability does first, which is more of a P versus E kit, but it kind of blows up the HP burn. Actually does kind of like a good chunk of damage there, to be honest. So it's not too bad. We're gonna take out King now, just seen it reset. But yeah, not too shabby. All right, let's go back in and see what we can do. Other than this, we'll just finish this off. Why not? Taurus is Taurus. It's not a champion showcase of Taurus, but we know how strong he is. And then we're just looking for teams that are not sheepified in any levels. So we've got loads of sheep. Not a big fan of sheep, to be honest, but I know some people are. All right, so we got another team here. We have a King Queen and we have triple Stone Skin. So a lot of people running Stone Skin because of King Queen right now. Holster's kind of dying off. So let's go and do the E2, which is going to give me more turn meter. So Queen actually did the AoE cleanser, which has kind of brought him back in, which is actually pretty nice to see. So let me just do this, the turn meter. So he can actually increase his own buff there. Nice. So he gets us more critical damage on everyone. And it actually gives you more buffs as well for Taurus, right? And then he hits once. So his kick is a bit conditional, a bit like a Hefrak. And the other mythical we already showcased for damage. So extra turn. There's a pain link. I'm not too sure if the pain link's going to do anything for us, really. If I'm honest. Just give us more turn meter. So Rishka goes down, right? Obviously, we put the shield up. We know we're not meant to do that, but I kind of want to see the pain link in its glory. It's a shame it's not AoE, but we just basically took 2 big hits here from King. But his damage is very, very situational. And then this King's just gonna ruin me in a minute. I mean, to be honest, I just wanted to see what's going on in this kit, really. So yeah, kind of see that. It looks cool. Let's go back in now, and we won't play with our food, right? Let's go in and absolutely destroy this guy. But I kind of just wanted to see like the pain link in and see what's going on. So again, AoE HE burnout, really consistent actually. So I don't think we could say anything there. He gets to reset already. King's damage, actually a pretty nice King build. Which takes damage pretty well. Now I don't want him to cleanse because I do want to do the double hit. So this is basically the money maker, right? Places an extra hit to under anyone's under HP burn. So if you cleanse the HP burn like I did in the first round, he only hits once. So it's a bit situational, but if it hits right, definitely do some damage. Look at that. That is juicy, right? And then obviously that gets blocked. So we can watch the HP burn break the stone skin. So it's what being extended to 5 turns. I think that's Wizard good tricks as A1 as well. So super cool ability, I think. Nice little hit. But he's definitely not the strongest when it comes to P versus E, for sure. Well, sorry, for P versus P. He's stronger in P versus E. So we have 1 sheep here, so hopefully we don't get sheepified. I like to call it sheepified, you know, it just makes me remember the sheep ability, right? So we're probably gonna get killed here because I should have brought someone else, not her. Looks like there's a protection set on someone. Rishka, maybe. Our Mishka's doing. Our Taurus is doing too much. Bro, stop. Oh wow. Wow, may as well finish it off now. Be rude not to. Taurus just ruined them. You can one-shot a Taurus though with a double hitter. You need to rebuild your Taurus, Gamrishka, buddy. That was not a good sight for you. Okay, let's go and have a look and see if something else. Got mythicals here. Let's see how he does against other mythicals, right? We're seeing Taurus here. So got him. I actually really like him. I had mixed feedback on that video, so I appreciate the honest feedback from everyone. Yeah, I mean, they're both very interesting mythicals for sure. I actually had a lot of fun with this barbarian. So we're gonna knock our speed back. We're gonna do a lockout here, so we don't have to deal with Trixer so much. Oh dear. Oh dear. The question I'm kind of asking myself now: can he work as a solo damage dealer, or does he need someone else with him? Now that's reaction. There's nothing we can do about reaction, but we can go and give him another turn. Only 55k on a 2. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like he's actually like pretty insane for a counter to him, right? So let's go ahead and just throw someone in here. We're bringing Rodus. And we'll just kind of look at them together. It's not as strong, but it's fine. The Trickster gets locked out, which is nice. We'll get rid of her anyway, because we don't need the headache. We want to keep at least one champion here. Now, one of his forms ignores block damage. I think it's the second form. I think it's the passive ability. Yeah, it will ignore when he's under HP burn. So let's see if he should put up the he should put up the passive before he dies. So it means it shouldn't work. Oh, it does. Maybe because the first hit blocked the passive, and then the second hit basically then went straight through it, right? Similar to King Queen. Like King Queen is notoriously good for that for him. So very interesting kit. Very interesting. Let's bring in Yumiko in here because she will just get counterattacked. And we'll bring in, yeah, let's bring in Rodus. I like Rodus. Big fan of Rodus. And let's see like how they do compared together. This is the strongest duo in the game, so we'll do the reset there. Yeah, we'll do that again. Then we'll do the extra critical damage. Now we do ignore block damage. So it means that they can still take damage. The Taurus is probably going to kill us. Let's see. Oh, so there was some reaction, yeah. Okay. There was some reaction there. See if we can clean this up. Rose is OP himself, right? He says that and then gets killed. Yeah, okay, cool. We didn't take the right setup, really. Interesting. Doesn't hit kind of... He does hit hard, but the problem is you can't use him as a main nuker. So I feel for like live arena, you could bring him for support, right? Because he does bring you that ally protection, brings you that taunt. I think like he's a better version of Abyss, in all fairness. I think that's kind of a fair comparison to come in and like compare together. But I'm kind of wondering how he's going to work quite well with Sigford, because imagine a pretty OP together. And Taurus is going to kill us here, which is, well, it actually doesn't, which is surprising. So we go ahead, hit Taurus. No reaction. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Do day 2. Nice. We like that passive. It's got a strong passive for sure. And then take out king because we know we can. And he hasn't stopped. Now I wanted to showcase them together, but unfortunately I've been sheeped and killed. Because the sheep just likes ruining showcases. Honestly, sometimes sheep could be really difficult to work with. Okay, so buff up. He's put HE burn on 2, now 3. All of them got HE burn on. He's a little guy, and then he goes into like a massive rock. And he nukes. Okay. That's why I kind of brought Sigford in here, because I like his utility. I have him on my account, so I use him very well. Anyway, let's go take a look at his build, and I can kind of show you some of the cool things and what I would do differently in his builds. Okay, so here we are. We have Gizmo the Terrible here. On the first form, he's a bit of a skinny runt, isn't he? Very skinny guy, so he needs a few calories, a few McDonald's, I think. Grim obviously knows about McDonald's. Anyway, let's go and check out his banner. So we're going to go through his kit first. We've got accuracy banner here. Stone skin with critical damage on, nice. HP ring with defense substats. Then obviously we have critical rates, speed, HP. Same along the top here. Now we are using instinct set. Obviously, if you have savage, you're going to go ahead and use savage. I think, to be honest, Brackus is just a bit short on savage, and probably is not his most powerful champion, if I'm honest about that. So yeah, super cool. Let's have a look at his base stats then. He has a speed of 218, critical damage of 306, and then a HP which is 88,550, and an accuracy of 377. He is built with 100% critical rate, which for me was a bit surprising, but now that I've read his kit, especially with the passive ability and everything that's going on, which is what we spoke about the first of all, for me it makes 100% chance now, like 100% why you'd build 100% critical rate. I think you just use this really to cycle through his abilities a bit more. It also does go on everyone, so that's pretty nice. Maybe you build second nuker around him. You're gonna use a blessing Ignatius or something like that. Incarnish or something like that. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, basically it activates HE burn, allows you to do more damage in arena. So it's super cool ability, super rare to see, super niche to see, right? And then we're gonna come in with the masteries. So we're gonna go ahead, turn off the camera for a second. We have Hammer Smasher, which is pretty nice. Obviously went Master Hexer to extend the HE burn. I would have come down here and took all the accuracy side. Cycle of Violence, sorry, super cool, especially if we're dealing damage. Definitely would go War Master if you're building for Hydra, which is where I kind of feel like he's super strong for. I think he's stronger in Hydra than anywhere else right now. I think it has a crazy kit for Hydra. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like me to go and take him into Hydra, right? Then let's do the transform for this guy. I don't think his base stats changed too much. So no, pretty much the same. No, so it does change. So we now got 94,000 HP, 3,018 defense. We lost a little bit of speed, so now we're at 202. The critical damage has come up to 319, and then accuracy's pretty much stayed the same. So it does change slightly, not too much, but yeah, super cool champion. I think he obviously is a live arena champion, but I think he's more P versus E. So I feel like some of the champions that we would have showcased for P versus P, obviously more better, like Lizardman, Sigford, Catrixa, and all these are much more better than GIZMAK, but I definitely think he's top 5 right now, personally. And yeah, I think he's super cool. Like I said, I've gone up against him myself. He's caused me a lot of trouble. So there we are. There is another champion showcase. We've got a couple of more mythicals to go, and then we pretty much finished the mythical side of P versus P. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see me do like a tier list of mythicals for like P versus P and then P versus Z. And then let me down know in the comments if you'd like me to do some more testing with mythicals in P versus P, sorry, P versus E content. Maybe probably not like Curse City, but like Dragon or Fire Knight, wherever you guys think they'll be very good. And then we'll look at it, right? And we'll take a look at these things, and maybe we can get Breckers, if he's okay with it, to change a couple of builds so we could play with a couple of things for content. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching.